class 7th. How are you all? So we have been studying chapter number 8. Yes, windstorm cyclone. So last time we studied about wind. Before we do the revision, let's study a very small topic which is anemometer. As you can see on the screen, yes. Can you see on the screen anemometer? ANEMOMETER. Yes, ANEMOMETER. Anemometer. Yes. So, what is the use of anemometer? You know that what is wind. You know what is wind. You know what is wind. Do you know what is wind? Moving air is called wind. Yes, moving air is called wind. Yes, am I right? Moving air is called wind, and anemometer is an instrument. Yes, anemometer is an instrument which is used to measure the speed of wind. Yes, anemometer is used to measure the speed of wind. Yes, it is used to measure the speed of wind. Yes, what is the speed of wind? So speed is always measured in meter per second or kilometer per hour. Yes, speed is always measured in meter per second, or you can say kilometer per hour. And speed is defined as distance in unit time. Okay, this is actually speed. So for it we use a device anemometer. As you can see on the screen, the device, yes, when the when the wind is flowing, that time the device which is at the top will start rotating. At the top maybe arrow like structure or a ball like structure is situated, so which rotate uh, in the direction of wind, and it shows the direction. Okay, so anemometer is used for this purpose. Okay, and kids, last time we studied about the air, and one property of air with lot of examples, and we also studied about the movement of air and causes of wind movement. Yes, we studied all these. So before we move to the next topic, let's revise all the topic that we studied. Okay, so air, you know what is air? Moving air is no air is a mixture of different gases. Yes, air is a mixture of different gases. Yes, the air contains many gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen. Yes, so there are many gases, hydrogen, helium. So we can say air is a mixture of gases. Air is responsible for many things. Yes, because of air maintain the temperature of balance the and temperature atmosphere. It absorb the heat energy. So it work in various ways. It helps to burn the. It helps in fire. So it is a breathing gas. Yes. So what is wind? Now let's talk about wind. Moving air is called wind. Yes, and wind have various aspects, because sometime wind is very slow, sometime wind is very fast. So it depend on many things. So wind has various aspects like velocity, intensity, temperature, yes, speed. So it depends on the many factor. Okay, wind is actually the flow of gases on large scale. Wind is actually the flow of gases on a large scale, and on the surface of the earth, wind consists of bulk movement of air. Yes, on the surface of the earth it consists of bulk movement of air. In outer space, solar wind is the movement of gases or charged particle from the sun through space, while planetary wind is the outgassing of light chemical elements from the planet's atmosphere into space. So winds are commonly classified by the spatial scales, their speed, the type of force that causes them. So it's depend on many things. And air exert pressure. Yes, air exert pressure. The fact that air exert pressure can be understood by many examples, like a tube or bicycle gets inflated when air is filled inside it. Yes, this happen because air exert pressure. Yes, you feel when you feel the hot water in the can, then when it gets condensed, then it creates a low air pressure. Yes, when boiled water is filled in a tin can, its mouth closed with the lid, followed by cold water. When you pour on it, it can get distorted. This because air inside the can gets condensed and creates low pressure. So the high pressure from the outside distort the shape of the can. You can easily fly the kites because air exert pressure. Yes, because air exert pressure on the rear portion of the kite. Aeroplane fly because of air, and the same thing with the birds. Birds also fly. Yes, and we also studied that movement of air. Air moves from high pressure zone to low pressure zone. Yes, when so air moves from high pressure zone, air moves rushes from high pressure zone to low pressure zone to fill the gap. Yes, thus greater is the pressure difference, greater will be the speed of wind, or vice versa. And we've also studied the cause of wind movement. What is the reason? Actually, the pressure difference in the air is caused by differential heating. Yes, pressure difference is actually occur due to the heating. So you know that warm air rises up because it is light. This create an area of low pressure below the rising area. The area of low pressure is quickly filled in by cool air from the around. That is how the wind movement is created on the earth. Thus, differential heating of air creates pressure difference, which makes the wind movement. Okay. So, next topic now, let's study the movement of air in equatorial region. Let's move on the next point. Okay, it's movement of air because of uneven heating of the earth. Yes, it is also the reason uneven heating of the earth. Differential heating causes pressure difference. Yes, pressure difference is in the air is caused by the differential heating. Means uneven heating causes movement of air. Okay, so let's talk about the movement of air in equatorial region. Then we will discuss for land and water. Okay, let's discuss movement of air in equatorial region. So the equatorial region, is that region where the temperature can be 15 in winter, can be 15 degrees Celsius, in summer can be 40 degrees Celsius or more than it, and it is that area where heavy rain occur and more hot more the sunlight reaches directly here, and most of the plants and animals live in this area, equatorial region. So rainforest found here like in Assam, Western Ghat. Okay, so movement of air in equatorial region. The equatorial region gets the highest amount of sunshine. Yes, it gets the highest amount of sunshine, like Central America, Central Africa, Assam. They are actually equatorial region. We are also in equatorial region. Throughout the year, sunshine is present. So due to the sunlight, the air which is present on equatorial region, because sunlight reaches directly to the equatorial region. So what happens? It gets warmed. Yes, it gets warmed. So the warm air always rises up. Yes, warm air always rises up and creates an area of low pressure. Yes, when warm air rises up, then it will create low pressure because the warm air is already rises. Now the remaining air is getting condensed. When it will get condensed, the low pressure area will create. So now the cooler air from higher latitude rushes towards the equatorial. Yes, so from the higher latitude, the cooler air will come and fill the gap. This result in wind movement from tropical zone towards the equatorial. Yes, it causes wind movement. So it causes air movement. Okay. Similarly, wind movement is caused in other part of the earth. It happens in the same way because of the sunlight. Air warms and rises up, and it creates low pressure there. So and the cool air comes and fill the cave. In this way, in equatorial region, movement of air occur. Yes, in this way, equatorial region, movement of air occur. I hope you understood. It's a not so difficult topic. Yes, all these topics are very easy, kids. Yes, really believe me, all these topics are very easy. Okay, now, kids. Let's talk about the movement of air because of uneven heating of land and water. Yes, uneven heating of land and water. Because we are reading uneven heating. So first topic we studied now, equatorial region. In equatorial region, movement of air which occur due to uneven heating of on the earth. Yes. Now let's talk about the uneven heating of land and water. Let's move on the next point. Okay, kids. Movement of air because of uneven heating of land and water. Yes, movement of air because of uneven heating of land and water. So, in this topic, we will study it. This topic we will study in two part. This topic we will study in two part: sea breeze and land breeze. Yes, check out the spelling of breeze: BREEZE. So, what is breeze? Well, gentle wind is called breeze. Yes, gentle wind is called breeze, which is actually a cool air. Yes, breeze is actually a cool air. You know, kids, we studied in the previous topic, which is movement of air in equatorial region. In that topic, we studied that air rises up. Why air rises up? Why? Because of the heat of the sun. Yes, because of the heat of the sun, air warms. Yes, air gets warm and it rises up. Yes, so sea breeze means we are talking about the area which is near the sea, the land or near the sea and water of the sea. So, in coastal area, you might have seen, you feel very cool if you go during summer near the coastal area. You will still feel cool. Yeah, you will feel cool. And why does the people make house near the coastal area? Why does the people make house near the coastal area? Because it's very cool. Why is it very cool area? The reason behind it is, during the day, if we talk during the day, in what happens in coastal area, because of sunlight, it is the equatorial area. So because of sunlight directly falls and it causes the land warm. When the land will get heat, then the air which is present on the land, the air which is present on the land, it will heat up. So the air will get warm, and as we already know that warm air always rises up. Yes, warm air always rises up. So in coastal areas, the land warms up faster than the ocean surface. Yes, in coastal area it happens, the land always warms up faster than the ocean surface. So warm air from the land rises up. So when the warm air which will rises up, because it has become lighter, because warm air is always lighter, cool air is always denser. So warm air become lighter, so it will rise up, and what will happen? It will create low pressure area. Yes, it will create an area of low pressure near the ground. So now this low pressure zone is empty. So what will happen? The air which is present above the ocean, the air which is present above the ocean, which is cool, which will come to fill the gap. So the low pressure zone is filled in by cool air from the ocean surface. This gives rise to the sea breeze. This gives rise to the sea breeze. So we can say, what is sea breeze? What is sea breeze? The blow of cool air from sea to land is known as sea breeze. The flow of cool air from sea to land is known as sea breeze. That's why it is feel cool, because the cool air is coming from the ocean surface to the coastal area, because of the sunlight, the air which is present on the land, which gets warmed and rises up, and low pressure is created, and low pressure is filled by the cooler air from the ocean surface. And that's why if you will go to near the coastal area, you will feel very cool. And that's why people also keep their window towards the ocean. People also keep their window towards the ocean. They make house near the ocean and keep the window side towards the ocean, so they get the cool air. Yes, I hope you understood about sea breeze. Now let's kids talk about the land breeze. Let's move on the next point. Okay, kids. Now let's talk about the land breeze. Yes. So sea breeze. You know what is sea breeze? The moving cool air from sea to land is known as sea breeze, and land breeze is the movement of wind from land to sea. Yes, it's known as land breeze. So you know that sea breeze means the cool air come from the sea to the land. It happens during the day, but at night it happens just opposite of it. During the day what happens? During the day, lands get heat up because of sunlight, and the air warm up and rises up, and it create the low pressure area, so the cool air from the ocean surface come there to feel the low pressure zone. But during the night during the night just happens opposite of it. Yes. So during the night, you might have seen in Rajasthan. In Rajasthan, what happens during the night? If you will walk on the soil, you will feel the soil very cool. Yes, at night. Why? Because during the night, lands cool down faster than the ocean surface. Yes, during the night, lands cool down faster than the ocean surface. Means ocean do not cool down slowly. It will. So, what will happen? The ocean air will be warm because it will take time to cool. So, the warm air, what will happen with the warm air? Warm air from the ocean surface will rises up. The warm air from the ocean surface will rises up, and creates an area of low pressure near the surface. Yes, it will create an area of low pressure near the surface. That's why why is the water at night is very cool. You might have seen the and in the tank. If you will wake up early in the morning, and you might have seen in the tank that the water is still hot, warm, because it takes time to cool down during the night. Water cools down very slowly at night, but lands cool down very faster. That's why the air is warm, and the warmer air which is over the ocean surface will rises up. It will rises up, and because when air, that when the air will rises up, it will create low pressure area. Yes, it will create low pressure near the surface. So this low pressure zone will be filled by the cooler air which is on the land, because land gets cooler faster than water during night. So the land gets cooler, and where the high pressure zone, and from the high pressure zone the air will come to fill the low pressure zone. This gives rises to land breeze. This gives rises to land breeze. So what is land breeze? The moving of cool air from land to sea. The moving of cool air from land to sea is known as land breeze. Yes. So the topic is very easy. Both topic very easy. I hope you understood sea breeze and land breeze. Okay. And I hope you also understood movement of air in equatorial region, okay, which happens because of uneven heating of the earth. Yes, whenever the heating earth heats up, air always rises up. When the air rises up, it will create low pressure zone, and air always move from high pressure zone to low pressure zone. Yes, this pressure differential occur due to the differential heating. Now, let's study about the monsoon. Let's move on the next point. Okay, kids. So now let's study about monsoon. So you know that there are different season in India. Yes, winter, summer, and monsoon. Monsoon means rainy season. Yes, and you know spring season. Yes, and during the spring season you might have seen the flower bloom, um, and you know that. Spring season is very beautiful season. Yes, okay, you might have seen the flowers are blooming during the spring season. Flowers bloom, and autumn season also. Autumn season, during the autumn season leaves fall off. Yes, so during the monsoon season, humidity increase. During the monsoon season, what happens? Humidity increase. Humidity means the amount of air in the, sorry, the amount of water vapor in the air. The amount of water vapor in the air. Yes, what is humidity? The amount of water vapor in the air. So during the monsoon season is a rainy season. During this season, the plants grow up very fast. Plants grow up very fast because the water which comes on the earth, it contains many nutrients, which is very good for the plants. So we should grow many plants. Okay. The flow of moist air from ocean towards the land in summer is called monsoon. Yes, the flow of moist air from ocean towards the land. Yes. So during monsoon, what happens? The moist air flow from the ocean to the land. Okay, in summer, which is known as monsoon, or you can say monsoon wind. Okay, this is also known as monsoon wind. So what is monsoon wind? Actually flow of air from ocean to the land in summer. Well, you know this word monsoon, actually monsoon word has come from the Arabic language word. Yes, monsoon word has come from the Arabic language word, which is actually mausim. Mausim means weather. Mausim means weather. Okay, so the term monsoon had traditionally been used to describe the typically climate of the Indian peninsula during the rainy season. Yes, so nowadays the term monsoon is being also used to describe the similar climate in other part of the world. Yes, nowadays this term is used to describe the similar climate. Yes, okay. Monsoon wind carry water vapor. Yes, monsoon wind actually bring water vapor. Yes, because moist air come. Moist air means water vapor is coming, which falls over the land in the form of rain. Yes, which falls over the land in the form of rain after cooling down. In India, the harvest depend on the monsoon wind. Yes, actually in India, harvest depend upon the monsoon wind, because it is the major factor towards the bringing rainfall in India. Yes, it is the major factor which bring the rainfall in India. Yes, okay. So I hope you understood. Okay, so remember the definition only. Okay, you no need to remember too much about it. Just remember the definition. What is monsoon, or you can say what is monsoon wind? The moist air from the ocean which comes towards the land in summer is called monsoon wind. Okay, and remember the meaning, what is the meaning of monsoon? The word monsoon, which has come from the Arabic word monsoon, which means weather. It's enough for you. You remember this line only, okay? It's very easy. And when the moist air comes, it bring water vapor, which gets condensed and bring the rainfall. And India is a country of farmer agriculture, so uh, we depend upon the farming, we depend upon the monsoon. Okay, I hope that you understood. Now it's time to ask question from you. Let's move on the last point. Okay, kids. So, question number one: define sea breeze and land breeze. Yes, what is sea breeze? The moving of cool air from sea to land, or you is known as sea breeze, or you can say the moving of wind from sea to land. And what is land breeze? The moving of cool air from land to sea. The moving of cool air from land to sea is known as land breeze. Question number two: why do the people make house near the coastal area? Yes, why do the people make house near the coastal area? Well, the reason behind it is sea breeze. In coastal area, the land warms up faster. Yes. Than the ocean surface. Yes, the land warms up faster than the ocean surface. Warm air from the land rises up. Warm air from the land rises up and creates an area of low pressure. Yes, it will create the area of low pressure and near the ground. So the low pressure zone is filled by the cooler air and feel the ocean surface. This gives rise to the sea breeze and it causes the coastal area get cool. Okay, that's why people make house near the coastal area. Now question number three. Question number three is write write a short note on the movement of air in equatorial region. Yes. So movement of air in equatorial region, actually is the reason behind it is uneven heating on the earth. Uneven heating on the earth. Yes, movement of air because of uneven heating of the earth. The equatorial region gets the highest amount of sunshine. Yes, the equatorial region gets the highest amount of sunshine throughout the year. Due to this, the air near the equatorial region gets heated and the warm air rises up and create area of low pressure. The cooler air from the higher latitude rushes towards the equator to fill the gap. Yes, this result in the wind movement from tropical zone towards the equator. Similarly, wind movement is caused in other parts of the earth. I hope you understood. Now we will meet in next class. We will study some more topic like cyclone. Okay, till then, bye bye.